Bear YouTube usage, y'all. Let's go. That like button on.
He came from somewhere back in the long ago. Some food on sea.
Let's go.
Hard to recreate what yet to be created. Once in her life, she must
Let's go.
have smile. His nostalgia. Never coming near what they wanted to say.
Gonna start this off, bro. G, I see you. FTC bike.
Never really want. She got a place in her life.
Y'all know nothing about no grown music. Let's go.
She never mind. They try.
Let's bring it down, y'all.
As it rises to her apology, everybody else will surely know.
Talk to him, Mike.
He's watching her go.
Talk to him, Mike.
But what a fool believes. He sees.
What say?
Wise man has the power.
Wise man has the power, y'all.
To reason away.
Come on, y'all.
What seems to be.
Let's go.
It's always better than nothing.
Talk to him, Mike.
Nothing at all.
Talk to him, Mike.
Keep sending them somewhere back in the long.
Come on, y'all. It's Friday.
You can still believe there's a place in my life.
You hear that man sing?
Somewhere.
Come on.
She will return.
What he said? Y'all don't know nothing about no music. Go ahead, Mike.
She had a place in her life. He never made things right.
Y'all don't know nothing about this.
As he rises to an apology,
Always queen.
everybody else will surely know.
We gotta take him back, y'all.
Been watching her. Keep watching
that?
her. Oh,
Come on, Mike.
no. Wise man has the power
Wise man has the power, y'all.
to reason away what seems
Y'all don't know nothing about no music.
to be.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
Shout it out to everybody in the building. What a fool believes. The wise man has the answer. The will and the word. Y'all don't know nothing about no Michael. Y'all don't know nothing about no Michael. What a fool believes. Hail Chief. The wise man has the answer. Y'all don't know nothing about it. I know y'all was just in the, wherever you at. If you in the house, if you in the car, if you at work, you was just damn near dancing online, nigga. Out your phone and my bed. If it's only I believe. That man could sing, and they ain't got nothing about no color. I swear to God, I thought he was black for 100 years. I thought Michael McDonald was black, man. When I heard that man with the Doobie Brothers, what a fool believes. Yo, matter of fact, if y'all can hear me crystal clear with the audio, everybody give me some dice cubes. Everybody give me some dice cubes. Anybody give me some dice cubes. Anybody except a dead body. I got a good one for you today. If y'all can hear me crystal clear on the AUDIO, what a fool believes. He achieves. Wise man has the rubber. Y'all don't know nothing about no motherfucking Michael. You don't know nothing about no Doobie Brothers. Y'all don't know nothing about no Doobie Brothers, man. What a boo believes. Word up. How y'all doing today? It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Some of y'all today, y'all last day of work is today. Some of y'all got to go in tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you blessed. You are definitely blessed. How's the audio coming in? Everybody hear me crystal clear? Am I good? I know y'all ain't gonna lie and say I sound like Michael McDonald, but can you at least hear me? Wise man has to offer. Nigga away. I don't know if y'all know. Polo, salute, brother. I see you in the building. I see you in the building. Polo the Bear is popping up. Brooklyn is here. FTC Vice, let me know that y'all hear me crystal clear. Yo, if y'all know, let me tell you something. If y'all tell the truth, where the first place y'all heard Michael McDonald at? What a fool believes. Wise man has to offer. When the first time y'all heard him? I'm going to tell you when the first time y'all heard him. First time y'all heard him and paid attention to him is when he was on What's Happening. I was wondering, I'm glad your phone is right. I figured your phone was off. Always a queen. I said, I know you said you was waiting on your phone to get right. I'm setting it right now. What a fool believes. I had sent you a couple of crazy shows, and when you ain't respond, I said her phone. She said her phone was messed up. I see she back. She said, I'm home now. What a fool believes. Everybody, I tell you, when I saw them on What's Happening when them dudes convinced Rerun to go in a concert and record the concert for them, and he gave Rerun and them fake tickets. That's the first time I really heard about the Doobie Brothers. Baby born believe. That's a fact. Y'all don't remember that? Top G said, Bomboclad. That's a fact. That's the first time I was hearing about the Doobie Brothers. Remember when Rerun was in the front dancing with that beige coat on and that shit fell down? Big tunes. They don't know nothing about no Michael. And keep you away. And you never believe. Yo, let me tell you something. Them Knicks did it. You know that's the first thing I'm going to talk about. If you don't want to hear about the Knicks, you better break out. If you don't want to hear about Bronson and my man Hart last night, you might as well break out. Yo, Mount Vernon, salute. You're going to hear about the Knicks for a second because we are on the way to the second round. We're going to kill Indiana. Indiana, they done. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm talking that into existence. Indiana can't touch us, man. Indiana can't. I got my trucker hat on too. I'm in the South. I got my trucker hat on and I got my fatigue tank top on. I'm on some what a fool believes. I ain't gonna front though. When I was watching that game last night, y'all, I almost had a stroke. That game had me so aggravated last night, I almost had a stroke. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We was up by like 20. Then all of a sudden they go up by like 5. I'm about to have a stroke. FTC hit me. I hit FTC. About when it was 83 up, that's when I started calming down a little bit. But then the Knicks was letting me, I was like, come on, man. But see, that was the bullshit. That was the devil trying to jump on my spirit. That wasn't nothing but the devil trying to jump on my spirit. Y'all seen the motherfucking score last night. Y'all seen what they did last night to Philadelphia, to M. Bilk, or whatever y'all want to call him. I don't even like that dude. Number one, he don't get his hair cut. I don't trust him. He a millionaire and he don't get his hair shaped up. See, back in the days, if you watched Fred Sanford, you looked at Woodrow. See, Woodrow, that was Esther's husband, but he had a mean motherfucking Harlem blowout on him. Every time you seen Woodrow and Sanford and Son, whoever was cutting his hair was a barber. That shit was a mean blowout, y'all. That shit was a mean blowout. That shit was a mean blowout. Word up. He said Lamont had a nice dude too. Facts of life. But if you seen Uncle Willie, Esther's husband, that nigga looked like he was in a barbershop in Harlem, y'all. He had that, what a fool believes. Well, we off that. Shout out to the Knicks. I want the Knicks to go to Disney World. Shout out to Miss Mimi. Miss Mimi did let us know that whole shit is evil over there. That Disney shit, that shit is evil over there. You see, when I did the show, they was talking about the cloning lab they got and all that other bullshit. But fuck that. The Knicks deserve to go to Disney World. The last time the Knicks went to Disney World because of a championship, everything was in black and white. The whole damn Disney World was in black and white. That's a fact. The last time the Knicks went to Disney World, that shit was in black and white. They didn't even have Space Mountain, I don't think. 73. Look at that shit, man. I was 1 year old. I don't even think it was Space Mountain yet. Red pill salute, brother. Like he said, Disney is hell of a motherfucking evil. But God damn it, the Knicks need to go. The Knicks need to go. In the words of Bubba Dub, the Los Angeles Lakers, trash. The Phoenix Suns, trash. The Phoenix Suns let the Minnesota Timberwolves sweep them, trash. That shit just broke my motherfucking heart. I ain't even no Phoenix Suns fan. The last time I could have watched the Phoenix Suns when it was Nash and Stoudemire. And the only reason why I was watching Stoudemire when he was on the Phoenix Suns, because he had just left New York. And I liked the chemistry he had with Steve Nash. But when it comes to the Suns, trash. When it comes to LeBron James, trash. You understand what I'm saying to you? You know why the Lakers is fucked up? Do y'all know why the Lakers is fucked up? Do anybody know why the Lakers is fucked up? Because that's how LeBron James dresses. That nigga don't want to play no basketball. Niggas that dress like this don't want to play basketball. He wants to play tennis. This nigga's trash. They should take this uniform away from him. Looking like Amy Bagawella. They need to take that uniform. They wishing. You see what they say at the top of their uniform? Wish. W-I-S-H. Them niggas wish they had a team because the Los Angeles Lakers trash. And until they get a dress code over there, they got to stop them niggas from walking in there like that. You know why? Because you can't play both sides.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when it come to mine. I'm cautious, I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy, when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes like was that smart? Now they uploading their clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, this bitch sharp. One cross, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like, high from who? Bout to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be D.E.A. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
Yo, Super, what up, boy? Super in the building. Yo, shout out to Ziggy Black, man. I had a conversation with Ziggy Black, and I got to tell y'all, this was the funniest shit in the world. This goes to the people that's been outside. This goes to the brothers that's been outside. This goes to the people that's been locked up. This goes to the niggas that been kicked out the house for cheating. Do you know, fellas, who your worst enemy is? Do you know who your worst? I'm talking to all the goons. I'm talking to the straight up dudes. I don't care. Do you know what y'all worst enemy is, y'all? Who got an idea? Yo, Red, do you know what your worst enemy is? Yo, Super, you know what your worst enemy is? Let me see if y'all got a real idea. Mount Vernon, do you know what your worst enemy is? FTC, do you know what your... And that's a cold-blooded fact. Mount Vernon said me. That's a fact. They always gonna say you are your worst enemy. You know why we are our worst enemies? Because it don't be us. It don't be us. It be our inner me. The inner you. The inner you. The motherfucker that's always talking to you when he should just be shutting the fuck up. That inner you is a piece of shit. You know, the inner you could be talking to somebody and a nigga say some shit that you know you really, really didn't appreciate the way he said it. But you be like, nah, I'm gonna leave that shit alone. But the inner you be like, yo, you just gonna ignore that shit, son? That's a fact, right? The inner you be looking at you going, yo, son, you mean tell me you ain't hear what the nigga just said to you? Then you start arguing with the inner you, like, chill. That shit ain't about nothing. That shit ain't about nothing. Then what's the worst thing you can hear yourself say? When the inner you look at you and be like, you pussy. Always a queen said that's a fact. It's always the inner you that will get your ass in some bullshit. And you want to hear some funny shit? When your ass is in jail, that's when the inner you starts saying, damn, son, you ain't have to go that far. Yo, shot, salutes. That's when the inner you be looking at you going, damn, son, like, yo, maybe you should have just chilled. Then you be looking at the inner you, arguing with the inner you. That's why we crazy. Then you be telling the inner you, nigga, what the fuck? You the one that told me to feed into the shit when the nigga said something. I was going to ignore the shit. Then the inner you will look at you and say some fly shit, make you want to just fuck him up. I ain't tell you to do that shit. The inner you will convince you and plant the seed in your mind to do some abnormal shit. Then when you do it and go to jail or end up in the fucking hospital, because you know you can't go to the hospital or get your ass whipped. Ain't that some shit? You get your ass whipped, you in the hospital, the inner you going, damn, son, you all right? You just want to tell the inner you, yo, suck dick, pussy. You want to tell yourself that shit. Because the interview looking at you like, I ain't tell you to go that far, son. And then sometimes the inner you say some dumb shit like, I was just fucking with you, son. I ain't even know you was going to take me serious. Always a queen said, that's when you supposed to ignore that shit. That motherfucking inner you ain't shit. The inner you be at the club. You might have a woman to interview. Inner you be at the club, ladies. You might have a man or whatever. Y'all might be going through something with your man, fellas. You may be going through something with your women, but it ain't that serious. But the inner you would be like, yo, you see that bitch? You know she looking at you, right? The inner you will be like, yo, go buy a drink. You be telling that nigga, I ain't fucking with her, son. Shorty ain't even thinking about me. Then the inner you be like this, yo, look. She looking at you right now. She looking at you right now. You be like, man, I ain't even fucking with that shit, man. That bitch ain't thinking about me. Then you happen to look at her and she like this. Then the inner you just look at you and be like, told you. Now what you gonna do? You don't see what she got on? You don't see that dress? She ain't wearing no panties. That's what the inner you be saying. The inner you be saying, you know she ain't got no panties on, right? Then you be done slid over there and be like, yo, what up, shorty? She be like, hey, daddy. The inner you be like, get her a drink. Get her another drink. Get her another drink. Then you start talking to the inner you because you got that conscience on you. And you like, damn, son. Well, you know, me and Shorty was going through something, but I shouldn't be fucking with her. Hey, Miss Mimi. Yo, Fruit, what up, boy? Yo, Fruit, I was just telling them how our worst enemy is ourself, the inner us. The inner us be the one to tell us a dude might make a mistake and bump into us. You be like, oh, pardon me. The inner you be like this, yo, son, you just gonna let that nigga bump on you like that, son? You just gonna let that nigga talk to you like that, son? The sensible side of you be like, yo, nah, we ain't gonna worry about that. The inner inside of you will drive you crazy. It's called self-hate, like my man Fruit just said. Ain't that right, Miss Mimi? Because when you go to jail, the same motherfucking inner you, the same one that be sitting up there talking, be like, damn, son, you ain't had to go that far. Be like, what the fuck you mean? You ain't have to go. See, I done had these arguments with myself. This is cold-blooded facts. Shout out to Ziggy Black. We was talking about this shit. I done had these arguments with myself. Done robbed niggas. I remember one time a nigga told me, suck my mother. If you go to St. Laz, the story is over there. Jamaican dude told me to suck my mom's. Suck your mother, pussy. I whips him out. I'm talking about out. Sleep. The only way I beat the robbery, because when I hit him, I knocked him out. And when I knocked him out, he fell to the ground and he was asleep. So you know me, allegedly, I took the chain off his neck. I took that bread out of his pocket and I got on my bike and left. I'm up the block in Iana's restaurant about 15, 20 minutes later. I guess somebody in the hood must have been like, your dice right up the block. This nigga went and got the fucking police. The police come to Iana's restaurant, yo. Come to Iana's restaurant. Them niggas flogged the motherfucking light in the front of the restaurant. The nigga Ken, shout out to Ken from Iana's restaurant and Miss Shirley, they was like, yo, Dice, I think them police out. They ready to let me slide out the back. But I'm saying to myself, they ain't thinking about me. Why the fuck they looking for me? Because I ain't do nothing what I'm saying to myself. The nigga just told me to suck my mom, so I know he ain't go get no police. Bullshit. Bullshit. That nigga went straight to the police. Super said, yo, Dice, if somebody tell you suck your mother, you supposed to beat him and rob him. I fucked up. I ain't gonna front. That shit had me so mad. I whipped the nigga dead out. But let me tell you something, how I freaked this shit. Check this out, y'all. Police run right up in Iana's. They like, yo, come here, get against the wall. Them niggas search me. I'm like, what's going on? They was like, yo, you just assaulted somebody and robbed somebody. I said, robbed who? Them niggas cuffed me, y'all. I can't make this shit up, man. I never hug my mother again if anything I'm telling you is a lie. We get in the motherfucking back of the cop car. Now, we on Utica and Park Place. So the 77 precinct is 2 blocks down. Prospect, then St. Mark's and Utica. As we on the way to the motherfucking precinct, something just told me to think. They was like, yo, man, you running around beating people up. We been tied. Like the D's know me. They like, Dice, I told you your ass was going to jail and we got you on a robbery. I said, a robbery? I said, I ain't robbed nobody. He said, so where's his jury and where's his money at? I said, I don't know nothing about nothing. I said, I'm going to keep it funky with y'all. Make a long story short, the nigga told me to suck my mom's. Straight up and down. I said, and when me and him got into a fight, yeah, we got into a fight. I said, yeah, I knocked him out. And I said, a couple of my little mans robbed him. I said, they actually gave me the chain back. I said, I got the chain in my back pocket. They like, you got his chain in your back pocket? I said, yeah, the nigga chain is in my back pocket. They said, what are you doing with his chain in your back pocket? I said, I just told you my little mans in them, because of their alliance to me, They robbed him. When I found out they robbed him, I went and told the niggas, yo, let me get that back. Let me get that back. I said, I ain't really want to hurt him like that. I said, I was just teaching him a lesson and shit like that. Check this out. The nigga was knocked out, so he never said that I per se robbed him. What he said was he got into a fight with me, and when he came to his motherfucking senses, his wallet and his chain was gone. They started asking me about his wallet and shit. I'm like, I don't know nothing about no wallet and no chain. They was like, well, you know you're going to jail for this robbery. I said, I guess so. I said, but I didn't rob him. And I said, he can't tell y'all I robbed him. They was like, yo, you too motherfucking arrogant. Clarice, salute. I was like, I'm not arrogant. I'm just telling you the truth. I said, make a long story short, fellas get ruffled. You know what I'm saying? And I asked the D straight up and down. I said, yo, Des, his name was Des Stefano. I said, yo, Des, let me ask you something. What you going to do to a man in the street if he tell you to suck your moms, man? What you going to do if a man tell you to suck your moms? He just shook his head. He said, well, you're going through the system for it. That's my word. Them niggas sent me through the system, released me on my own recognizance. The little bullshit legal aid that I had, the legal aid said, you going home, man. He said they already spoke to him. The district attorney said, did they see you? Did he see you rob him? No. When he woke up, he said his jewelry, his chain off his neck, and his motherfucking wallet and his money was gone. And I ain't even see that he had a little ring on his hand. You dig what I'm saying? I'd have took that too, allegedly. I'd have took that too. But that's actually what saved me, and that's what propelled them to let me go. Like my district, my legal aid told him, if he robbed him, how did he still have his ring on? That's a fact. So that actually saved me. And I admitted to the fact that I had the chain. I said, Joe, I just got the chain back. The police so motherfucking grimy, they ain't give a fuck about who else robbed them. Because you know if they'd have been like, who robbed them, I'd have been like, suck your moms. We knew the D's from the 77 precinct was grimy. That's from the Padmore crew. The nigga moved out the motherfucking neighborhood. His name was Ruddy. That's a fact. And all that shit started over him leaving his bike on the corner of Utica and Park Place. My little man, God bless the dead, Sam. You know how when you're in the hood back in the days, nigga leave a bike on the corner. The nigga Sam, instead of walking all the way to Kingston and Bergen, he just assumed that it was somebody on a block bike because we used to all congregate on the corner. So Sam took the bike to go to ride to the weed spot on Kingston and Bergen. He wasn't taking the bike like to keep the bike. He was just riding the bike to the weed spot and was going to bring it back. That's just certain shit we used to do back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's a bike out there. Where you going, son? Let me go to McDonald's. Your son, let me ride to White Castle. Your son, let me ride to the weed spot. Yo, I'm going to go around the corner and make a sale. Well, anyway, you know how the ways go. Y'all know how the days go. I forgot. DMW Shots is in here, right? Make sure I want y'all to all put up the get well soons for DMW. Shout out to my man DMW Shots. He's in the crew right now. Everybody, I want y'all in here to please put up the get well soon. Word up, because he's been going through it last night since the Knicks won. That nigga's sick. Oh, shit. I said, that nigga is sick. My nigga is sick. He hit me last night. The Knicks, we up. We tearing their ass up. You know, I'm hitting them. Yo, son, you see the score, right? He like, yeah. He hit me a couple of seconds back like, yo, you know that score is depreciating, right? I'm like this. We got this. We got this. But I ain't gonna front. I was on the phone, on the other side of the phone going, man, I hope these niggas don't do this to me again. I hope the Knicks don't do this to me again. Because I wasn't worried about them if we went back home in game 7. My anxiety, I just can't take that shit. I just can't take that shit. You know what I'm saying? He said you can curse the police however you want to. Curse the uniform, it'll end up ugly. But let's get into some of this hood news with my point of views because I cannot understand this shit, man. Super, that's a fact. He said in the hoods, bikes get borrowed, but nowadays, like in the past 4 years, that doesn't happen because these new bikes are electric, so you can't leave it around like that because they can get stolen. That's a fact. That's a fact. Word up. Or y'all put it up for y'all. Y'all put it up. Make sure y'all put them get well soons up for my man DMW Shots. And y'all get over there and subscribe to him. Like he said yesterday, he said he would have never even believed. Say in that when I heard him say that, I knew he was, even though I know he's official and I know he's official. If you don't hear nobody say that when they first start YouTube, everybody, we never knew what to do that was going to even make people gravitate to us. Shit, 300 likes. We didn't even know how we was going to get the first 50 likes. Because when you go on YouTube, the first thing they tell you is you can't go live on your cell phone until you get at least 50 likes. You dig what I'm saying? And my shit was like about 37 for about 2 weeks. I said, damn, I can't wait to get to this 50. And then one day I just looked up, that shit was at 53. I said, 3 is more than 53 means it's 3 over 50. So let me go press and see if I can go live from my cell phone. That shit said, you are ready to go live. I said, Don DeMarco. And the rest is history. The rest is history. The rest is history. I got a great show pulling up for y'all today. As y'all know, quote unquote, I got the Cash App up there. And shout out to Miss Mimi, because she's the one that's going across the bottom of the screen. She's the one that made me get, she said, Dice, you need to go get PayPal. You need to go get PayPal. And my PayPal is Brooklyn for Life. And you will see, quote unquote, the Aunt Your Mama as my picture. And you got my Cash App up there, $170 Dice. It's Friday. And this great information I'm about to drop to y'all right now is about to make y'all say, who? Da-da-do, da-do. I said, who? Da-da-do, da-do. Yo, what's happening with our females, man? Look at this sad story right here, y'all. YouTube fair usage. Let's go.
New details tonight on a tragedy in the Bronx. A 17-year-old girl is dead after she was stabbed in the middle of the afternoon in the Soundview section. Another teenager is now in custody, and New York cops now telling us what may have led up to that attack. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Johnson.
It was a brutal bloodbath, a battle between two teenage girls that left a shocking sight outside of 1105 Boynton Avenue. Indications are the girls had a running dispute, and one pulled a knife and viciously plunged it into the body of the 17-year-old victim multiple times.
I spoke to her this morning, you know what I'm saying? She had a little argument with her sister or something this morning. She was mad, but she was on her way to school. So, and I got a call saying somebody got stabbed across the street, and I found out it was her. I was like, that's crazy. I was just talking to her this morning.
Crime scene units arrived to gather evidence after the attacker was taken into custody. The victim and the suspect both live in the building. The awful violence happened at 2:17 in the afternoon, just as school was ending for the day.
It's sad, you know? It's nothing to like. It's sad. It's our kids.
With so much blood on the ground, the victim had very little chance and was declared dead at the hospital. Residents of the building were horrified by the nightmarish amount of blood near the entrance to their building.
Yeah, you know what I want to understand, y'all? Since when did the NYPD start wearing army fatigue pants? You notice that, y'all? Since when the NYPD start wearing army fatigue pants and Skechers shoes? Do you see the shoes on these motherfuckers? Do you see this shit? Let's go.
To their building.
Been living here 30 years and never saw something in here like that. So brutal. Kids.
Residents say cops are usually on patrol in the neighborhood following another recent violent crime in the area, and say the residents and police need to cooperate to make the area safe for everyone.
But something Super just said, man. Something Super just said. Yeah. Them apartments like that, they always got sickos. Them one entrance buildings, like it's sitting in the middle of a corridor or something, Super is not fronting. That shit always turns out something bad, man.
Everyone.
For the sister and the mom to find out, it's even more sad. You know what I'm saying? So the only way to fix, like I said, fix this is come together as a community.
The 15-year-old suspect ran back into the apartment building but was taken into custody by police. 2 other teenagers on the scene were also questioned and released. In the Soundview section of the Bronx, Anthony Johnson, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
That's crazy. And I got 100,000 motherfucking dreams that it's gonna come back that they was arguing over a young man. They was arguing over a boy. I'm telling you this. They was arguing over a man. You know, I be looking for these stories and more. I'm gonna look up. I bet you it was over a man. Because I would hate to hear, number one, the situations with our women today, The situation with gang is becoming overwhelming. Very, very much overwhelming. I got a couple of incidents right now. I want to talk about that tonight too. But what's happening with our women, y'all? What's happening with our women? What's happening with our women, man? They said the girl pulled out a knife and plunged it into her body repeatedly. What the fuck was that over? Why did they, you know what, and why is it only in our neighborhood that we allow people to fight? We allow people to go. Why nobody didn't jump in? Yo, hold on, get that. Y'all stop arguing. Why didn't anybody get it to the fact where they tried to de-escalate it or get between them or separate it before any weapon was pulled? I heard somebody say on YouTube yesterday. That's how ignorant. It was a woman. That's how ignorant our women are. These females are. I heard a female say, "Yo, it's boring on YouTube. This shit is dead on YouTube." To all of y'all that say it's dead on YouTube, all jokes aside, all of y'all should have been swallowed. You know why? Because you some evil ass individuals. I'm talking about male and female, and I don't care if you want to get mad. I'm talking about to everybody that said that. Everybody that said this side of YouTube is getting boring. All of y'all are some wicked and evil ass people, because that comment right there shows who you are within. That's why the Ghostface Damons, aka the Chase Milanos, they want to run around with their chaotic, sick, and demented mind. You dig what I'm saying? They want to run around setting fires for people to try to be upset and go at each other repeatedly, because they got so much chaos and so much disgruntled movements in their heart. They don't like seeing people happy. They don't like seeing people enjoy their life. They don't like seeing people be at peace. That's why a bunch of stuff keeps happening on YouTube, because it's a bunch of sucker ass niggas like that nigga Chase that'll go behind an avatar, a big grown ass fucking ugly ass gargoyle, Tasmanian devil child, big ugly ass nigga inside and out, that never got accepted for who he was, and he had to do foolish things for people to accept him. That's why YouTube is the way it is now. Jeezy, salute. And that's a cold-blooded fact. I don't care how nobody get mad. A bunch of you niggas is dick riding that dumbass nigga. A bunch of you dumbass broads is dick riding that dumbass nigga because you evil. Yo, Dex, salute, because you evil. That's not how normal people act. Normal people don't disguise themselves unless they're going to rob or kill something. See, I'm from the era, if a nigga come in disguise, you might get killed. And they got that motherfucking mask over. See, that nigga wear a mask for entertainment and amusement. His dumb ass following behind China, trying to be China Brim. I keep trying to tell y'all niggas, y'all can't beat China. China is China. Everybody's trying to beat China. Let China be China. You dumbass niggas coming up on YouTube wearing these disguises because y'all niggas are boring in real life. You go fuck because you got your little bum ass weed spot. And you think that shit I'm hearing, that shit is garbage anyway. That shit don't mean nothing because you got a little weed. Nigga, I was selling bud when you niggas ain't know what bud was. Facts. That's why I'm back on my Utica Avenue shit. Y'all see where I'm at. Shout out to my man DMW Shots for this iconic picture right here. When the Knicks won last night, I had to go back home. Yeah, right here on this corner, you bum ass niggas that's running around now with y'all dirt ass apes. I was right here on this corner selling fire. Fire. Ain't no ifs, ands, or but. Fire. Haze, chocolate, was no such thing as no lows. If it wasn't no fucking pitch black A1 chocolate or no pellet, because I was getting the weight from Dykeman, it wasn't nothing. If it wasn't no Poudet, if it wasn't no Haze, if it wasn't no official sour diesel, I ain't have it. I didn't have it. Emmanuel, salute. Ask about me. Ask about me. Dimes 3 for 25. That's a fact. That's a fact. Ask about me. That's a fact. I remember I was selling the 16th of sour diesel for 50. The half of the 3.5s for 50. Y'all niggas don't know nothing about no fucking money. Y'all know nothing about no buying the pound for 5,500 and wrapping the whole pound out, getting 12 to 14,000. Oh, my fault. I need to stop talking. Excuse me. Forgive me. Educational purposes only. Educational purposes only. My fault. Yo, Dex, they don't know nothing about buying a pound for $5,500. Shout out to my man Sticks and Banana and them niggas from Notion Avenue. Shout out to Tito and them niggas from Franklin and Union. Shout out to Howie and them from President. Shout out to Richie Reels and them from President. Y'all niggas don't know nothing about no fucking bud. You new-ass fake niggas running around with that fucking fentanyl lace weed. Niggas is clowns. You niggas is clowns. And like I said, niggas better be careful when they riding around in Brooklyn with them dumbass Papa John trucks. Because niggas got y'all niggas marked as food. Be careful when y'all in them Brooklyn blocks. Be careful when y'all picking them phones up and niggas is calling saying they want an ape. They might be wanting your motherfucking life, pussies. Open-minded said, I think what's wrong with our women is poor leadership from the men. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, this indoor voice, I'm outside now. You know what I'm saying? You know how I felt when the Knicks won. When the Knicks won, I was right there in the garden. I was in the garden. I was in the garden. I was hugging everybody. I gave Spike Lee a high five. Yo, Spike, what up? I got a selfie. I got a selfie with Jerry Seinfeld. Me and Tracy Morgan, we smoked a spliff last night. That's a fact. Did y'all hear about what's going on with this marijuana? Let's get into it. Bet y'all didn't hear about this. Look what the feds decided to do after all these years. Fair YouTube uses. Let's go.
Other stories that we are following for you right here as always, and we're focusing in on some breaking news regarding marijuana use as the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration will move to reclassify marijuana as a less dangerous drug. That is coming from the AP reporting as this is a historic shift to generations of American drug policy that could have wide ripple effects across the country. The D.E.A's proposal, which still must be reviewed by the White House Office of Management and Budget, would recognize the medical use of cannabis and acknowledge it has less potential for abuse than some of the nation's most dangerous drugs. However, it would not legalize marijuana outright for recreational use. The agency's move confirmed to the AP today by 5 people familiar with the matter. Discussed the sensitive regulatory review, clears the last significant regulatory hurdle before the agency's biggest policy change in more than 50 years can take effect. And once the White House Office of Budget signs off, the DEA will take public comment on the plan to move marijuana from its current classification as a Schedule I drug alongside heroin and LSD. And it will move a pot to Schedule III alongside ketamine and some anabolic steroids following recommendations from the Federal Health and Human Services Department. After the public comment period, the agency would publish the final rule. It comes after President Joe Biden called for a review of federal marijuana law in October.
Now check this out, y'all. Check this out. After all these years, after all of the convictions, after all of the people that's been incarcerated due to crimes pertaining to marijuana, now with the reclassification of marijuana, all the motherfucking cases, all them motherfucking cases now, all them people that went to jail, all them people that paid them fines, do they get their money back? Do they get their money back? Do they get time for all the time they spent in jail? Because number one, if you're saying that marijuana is now getting dropped down to a Schedule I, Schedule III, excuse me, because first y'all had it at a Schedule I. Y'all had it up there with heroin, opioids, cocaine. You had marijuana classified with these high drugs that was known to kill people, string people out. I ain't never seen nobody OD off marijuana. I've never heard of nobody ODing off marijuana. I've heard of people getting the munchies and going to sleep. I've heard of people laughing. I've heard of people being under the nostalgic of just feeling so damn good, but I've never heard of nobody ODing off of marijuana. But the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on when it comes to people that was overdosing over heroin, people that was overdosing over opioids, these fentanyl, these fake pills. See, my man said, he said that was the law back then. See, this is what I want to know. Why did Eisenhower and them, why did they decide that marijuana was supposed to be a scheduled drug? And it's a earth, it's a plant. You know why? To lock people up, to incarcerate people. Now look at this shit now. Now, they're talking about, yo, worldwide, this is going to affect the world. Number one, because if the D.E.A. drops it from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3, that's just like nicotine. That's nicotine. Pay attention. There's spots in, you can buy marijuana out of Walmart in Washington, D.C. Did y'all know that? In the Super Walmart in Washington, D.C., they got a fucking dispensary now. Right next to the shit where they sell the little glasses. Right next to the customer service, you got the customer service shit, you got the optical sense, and then right next to it, y'all, you got a fucking dispensary in Walmart. Mimi said, I don't smoke that government weed. I don't trust them. The natives and the reserves have better products, actual stores, and they're acting like they should, like human beings. Let me find out Mimi messing with a little bit of that razzle dazzle. Well, you is in Canada. That's where all that fire is at. Everybody that smoked marijuana back in the days, like the older people, that they always said that they wanted to visit Canada because of their laws pertaining to marijuana. If I'm not mistaken, Miss Mimi, back then they said that you could smoke all the weed you wanted to as long as you was inside of one of the pubs, like one of the marijuana pubs. But if you was outside, they said they would give you a fine or you could be incarcerated. Is that true? She said, damn right, we got the good shit. She said, damn right, we got that good shit up here, Dice. My man Emmanuel said, I grow my own shit. Super said they got that maple leaf strain. You knew he was coming, Mimi. You knew he was coming. Check him out. Let's get to what they got to say about this marijuana.
Of 2022 and moved to pardon thousands of Americans convicted federally of simple possession of the drug. He has also called on governors and local leaders to take similar steps to erase marijuana convictions. Criminal records for marijuana use and possession have imposed needless barriers to employment, housing, and educational opportunities, Biden said back in December. Too many lives have been upended because of our failed approach to marijuana. It's time that we right these wrongs. The election year announcement.
Did you hear what they said? Now check this out. They said Joe Biden's is incompetent. They said he incompetent when it comes to running the United States of America. That does not sound like incompetency. He said too many lives have been infected. Too many lives have been damaged. Too many lives have been separated and railroaded. This shit has destroyed plenty families because of the incarceration level. And now Joe Biden said it's time for them to start righting their wrongs. Let's go for Joe Biden, y'all. That's why they want his ass out of there.
Could help Biden, a Democrat, boost flagging support, particularly among younger voters. Schedule 3 drugs are still controlled substances and subject to rules and regulations, and people who traffic in them without permission could still face federal criminal prosecution. Some critics argue the DEA shouldn't change course on marijuana, saying rescheduling isn't necessary and could lead to harmful side effects. Jack Riley, a former deputy administrator of the DEA, said he had concerns about the proposed change because he thinks marijuana remains a possible, quote, gateway drug, one that may lead.
See, I know it was going to happen. I know it was going to happen. I know it was going to happen. There it is. You wanted it, then you want it, you got it. That's your 10 seconds right there, Super. You going to stop coming over here fucking with goddamn Joe Biden's. And anybody over here fucking with Joe Biden's, you about to get 10 seconds. Matter of fact, Tribe, you get it too. You get it too. Fuck that. Where Tribe went? Where Tribe went right quick? He just said, where he went? Where he went? Where my man Tribe just went? He said someone wrote that for him. You get 10 seconds too. Tribe, you get 10 seconds too for saying that shit about Joe Biden. Fuck it. I'm going to get 10 seconds because I agree. Fuck it, I had to take a motherfucking 10-second on that one too, because I just thought about that. I agree with that shit, because I can't really see Joe Biden saying that shit like that. But then again, if he's the president, they pose the right shit for him. I just thought about that shit, man. They supposed to write the president. The president ain't supposed to be writing shit. He supposed to be sitting there going, y'all ready? Oh, this is what I got to do? This part right here? You know, somebody go, Mr. Biden, right here at this particular part, we want you to pause. We want you to sigh. And we want you to look into the crowd. We want you to make eye contact with the crowd, because we want you to convince them that you are empathetic to their needs, Mr. Biden. We're trying to get you back in election. He said, how you doing? Like this, pause. I, Joe Biden, feel as though because of the wrongful incarcerations, the way that marijuana has contributed to destroying the households of many families across the world. Hey, guys. Hey, this saddens me. Forgive me. This saddens me. And I think it's time for us to start righting our wrongs, especially when it comes to this epidemic pertaining to marijuana. Joe Biden can't talk like that. He can't even walk without falling. They supposed to be holding his hand when he walking. They supposed to give him a goddamn walker. You see, he's so fucked up. They told him to stop right here. He going down the damn like he a model or something. Joe Biden can't even walk down the stairs without falling. Open-minded said, my president is the most high. So I don't give a fuck about none of that sucker shit. Fuck all that sucker shit. Hit us with that reparation. Bust that money down, man. They was talking about reparations a couple of years ago, talking about $389,689 to each particular black person or someone named as Moors. God damn it, Moor mean black. M-O-O-R-E originally meant black. So let me get that. If you give every black person right now close to $390,000, I'm going to tell you something. The crime is going to depreciate drastically. You're going to have a shortage on chicken wings and a shortage on motherfucking lobster claws and snow crab legs. You're going to have a shortage on chicken wings and lobster snow crab legs, but the crime is going down. The crime is going down. Let's get back into this.
Lead to the use of other drugs. On the other end of the spectrum, others argue marijuana should be treated the way alcohol is. The immediate effect of rescheduling on the nation's criminal justice system would likely be more muted, since federal prosecutions for simple possession.
Did y'all hear that? They said most likely marijuana will be treated like they treat alcohol.
Alcohol is the gateway drug, one that may lead to the use of other drugs. On the other end of the spectrum, others argue marijuana should be treated the way alcohol is. The immediate effect of rescheduling on the nation's criminal justice system would likely be more muted, since federal prosecutions for simple possession have been fairly rare in recent years there. So we'll keep an eye on this story, still coming and being reported by the Associated Press, and we'll continue to update you as this story progresses. You're watching Live Now from Fox.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? We've got Twice knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
Shout it out to everybody in the building. Shout it out to everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all for pulling up on this great, beautiful Friday. Thank God it is Friday. Great day outside. Egypt, I damn near had to trick her to come in the house earlier. She outside. She don't want to come inside. I know what I got a trick for her ass. I went right in the crib and got 2 of them damn dog treats. I said, you see this, don't you? You see this right here? She like this. I said, Egypt, you see these tricks right here? You see these treats? She didn't give a fuck about the birds or nothing. She had the trees barking at the birds and all that shit. She seen that treat in my hand. She started running to me like a slave. She started running like Kunta Kinte, y'all. Like a slave. She seen them treats in my hand like a slave. And you know, I did some foul shit. The minute she got to the house, I said, you ain't getting it because you already had some earlier. That motherfucker said, yeah, I did. I'm grimy, just grimy like that. Because I called her like 2 or 3 times. I said, come on now, Egypt. It's time to go in the house. She looking at me like, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm like, yo, Egypt, stop playing with me, yo. Time to go in the crib. Fuck you, Dice. I'm not going nowhere. I said, I'm about to leave your ass out here. She looked at me like, ain't nobody gonna fuck with me, nigga. Take your bitch ass in the house. I said, all right. I got a trick for her ass. So I opened the door and I said, one more time, Egypt, you good? She looking at me like this. I just told you, bitch ass, I ain't ready to come inside yet. I said, all right, see, these are the conversations I be having with Egypt. Me and her be talking telepathically. See, because we're in tune. Y'all think animals don't talk. They communicate. You just got to have that third eye open. I'm listening to her talk to me going, I just told you, bitch ass. I ain't ready to go in the crib yet. I'm trying to fuck with this bird. See, the birds out here be fucking with Egypt too. Egypt be outside chilling, and a bird will come land right in front of her like, yo, what up? Egypt be like this. The bird be like, yo, I bet you think you can catch me, don't you, stupid? Then Egypt, she get mad. She start growling. The bird go, I don't go fuck about none of that shit, pussy. So when Egypt jump at the bird break out. Go right up in the tree. I'm talking about my dog is sitting at the tree looking at the bird like this. The bird on the branch just whistling. The bird is up there like, nigga, you can't get this far. You can't even climb up here. So then I go inside and get 2 of her treats. I say, yo, Egypt, check this out, y'all. That motherfucker stopped back and looked back like. Now, see, my dog is very intelligent. She's saying to herself, this nigga up to some bullshit. But see, the inner self inside of her, like I told y'all earlier, who is our worst enemies? Ourselves, the inner self. See, the inner self, the inner Egypt is telling her, you know he got them treats over there, right? And she telling the inner self, that nigga ain't giving them shits to me. I just had about 2 or 3 of them shits. He ain't gonna fuck up my diet. But the inner self said, man, fuck all that bullshit you talking about, Egypt. He got 2 of them shits in his hand. You get one, I get one. Egypt come to the house, like I said, she running like LeVar Burton. When they was chasing him the day they cut his goddamn foot off in Roots. She running straight to the house like slave owners is on her back. Like the dog pound is going to catch. You ever seen a dog run from a dog pound truck? You ever seen a cartoon where they call a dog pound truck? And you see how them dogs, you never watched Benji back in the days? Benji was a genius when it came to avoiding dog trucks. Y'all don't know nothing about no goddamn Benji. Benji see that motherfucking dog truck be like this. I don't give a fuck if it's any other stray dogs. Benji be like this. Go ahead over there if you want to. You going to jail, nigga. You going to the dog jail, man. Y'all ain't see Friday? when Pops was running around. Hot sauce on my burrito, baby. A show tastes good to me. You see how them dogs was barking in the goddamn back of that truck? You see how they was acting? Because them niggas knew they was going to the doggy jail. You dig what I'm saying? Our animals ain't stupid. But when she got to the crib and I closed that door and I said, I'm not giving these to you, you'll get them later on. That motherfucker said, I don't give a fuck about none of that sucker shit. Because she know if she bite me, I'm going to bite her ass back. Yo, and you know what? That's going to help me too. Open-minded salute. Make sure you drop your link too when you're over here, bro. Open-minded, y'all said he dropping the video later. I'm already subscribed. Make sure that bell's notification is. He said he dropping a video later about what fruits to eat and to stay hydrated because that's what I've been trying. See, I was supposed to do for the New Year's, I was supposed to just get on a fruit diet. One of the herbal brothers down here put me on some shit and I started, but I didn't stay on it. But for the summer, that's something that I wanted to stay on, the fruits, you know what I'm saying? The pears, the watermelons, the oranges, the apples, you know what I'm saying? The grapes and everything, the grapefruit. I don't like the regular grapefruit, but I like the pink grapefruit. You know what I'm saying? The herbalist was telling me, he said, yo, work on your fruits and work on your vegetables. He said, try to get yourself a fruit and a vegetable diet for like about 90 days. It'll change your whole digestive system. And it'll clean out a lot of stuff too. Word up. That's a fact. Super say, yes, open-minded. I used to be on the P page. I'm trying to find out what happened to him. But remember what I told y'all about our women? What's happening with our women, y'all? We're going to get into that after I tell you this story about the feds. The feds rushed this game. Matter of fact, I just let y'all see. First of all, I want to know something. Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all notice that Homeland Security is involved with everything now? Homeland Security is involved with Puff. Homeland Security was just involved with the gentleman I did the show on the other day pertaining to the switches. Now Homeland Security is involved with gang activity. You notice Homeland Security is in everything right now. Homeland Security, that's not that's a coalition of federal agencies. That's a coalition of federal agencies, y'all. And y'all know if y'all got y'all wrenches in here to drop them daggone, I ain't gonna keep doing it. DMW, y'all, if y'all got wrenches in here, y'all know if you got wrenches, do what you got to do and drop your pages in here. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do, y'all. You know that. But you see what my man Red said since 9/11, that coalition of federal agencies, they're not playing, y'all. And it seemed like so much of this is just, this shit is just pre-plotted, y'all. I remember when they involved, they just extended the law and revised the law and said that they was going to, when it came to gangs, pay attention to what they're doing to gangs now. This is not just one gang or one association. The Trinitarios. Rest in peace when that young man got stabbed up. They was put into it. The Bloods, the Crips, the GDs, the folks. I noticed once they came out with the woos and the chews, when people started saying we're still going to have what we're feeling our heart is our gangs, but we're going to come together with unity. That right there, I personally feel as though scared the government. Because number one, it stops the plan that they had for separation and division. Well, we got the Bloods, we got the Crips, we got the GDs, we got the Vice Lords, we got the folks, we got the Nietas, we got the Trinitarios, Septicons. We got everything that's lined up. As long as they're separated, the government feels as though, in my opinion, that everything is going as planned. But now people are starting to grow up. People are starting to look at things from a different point of view, and they're starting to understand that together is where the strength comes from. So it ain't about the color no more. It ain't about if you got a blue rag or a red rag or a purple rag or a yellow rag. It ain't about that no more. If you solid, let's get together and rock. If you solid, if you official, and you have a moral compass of integrity, you know what I'm saying? Self-righteousness and discipline. Come on, man. All of us need to get together. And that right there is troubling the government. That's why I feel as though they came together with all of these coalitions. That's actually just saying now, if you're involved with 3 people, 3 to more people, now you can go to jail for conspiracy and racketeering under federal law, under punishment of federal law. 3 or more people in conjunction is now enough to be held accountable for a secret indictment with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Look into what they're doing to our kids. Number one, these kids, ranging from ages of 17 to 27 years old. Children. It's like because of federal standard guideline laws that were made for organizations and mob organizations and crime organizations, that all got a chance to fit everybody into the same category because it went from crime organizations tasks. So now if you're committing criminal acts and you're part of Blood or Crip or whatever they want to call it and legalize you, now you're under the radar of federal scrutiny. Federal scrutiny. See, stuff like that with the state, a lot of them charges that people are getting arrested for, the state is not going to pursue. The state is throwing that bullshit out. That's bullshit. Under the lines, because the lines are so little and rare of being crossed. And it makes no sense to try to just waste taxpayers' dollars and money to incarcerate a person over something that they don't really know. Because, 9 out of 10, these kids don't know their law. 9 out of 10, these kids don't have no money. They don't have no lawyer on pro bono. So they're forced to deal with legal aids, court-appointed lawyers that are going to convince them to go to jail. You see what my man Emmanuel said? He said, if that's the case, then most politicians should be filling up the jails. Because if you pay attention to this now, the jails are owned more and more by independent owners. Independent owners, private companies are putting the money together to fund jails. Check this out, what's going on. Check this out.
A major drug raid in Plainfield, New Jersey, targeting what the feds say were members of a significant Bloods gang crew. Heavily armed Homeland Security investigation agents, along with Plainfield police, were seen entering this house near Grant Avenue and West 3rd Street. Now, that's one location where H.S.I. agents and police say that 9 suspects were selling fentanyl, heroin, and cocaine across Union County. Investigators say guns and drugs were also recovered during this investigation. Federal prosecutors say the suspects are part of a blood subset known as the Sex, Money, and Murder Gang. H.S.I. officials say this was a significant trafficking ring.
Whether it's victims that could have been touched from a violent crime perspective or victims that could have been touched because of drug overdoses and the results of open-air drug trafficking. Our investigation will continue into that realm.
The suspects had nicknames like Molly, Rock, and Drizzy. The U.S. attorney says all face conspiracy to distribute narcotics.
You heard what she just said? Pay attention to this. Some of them had names like Rock, Drizzy, and Boogity Bang Bang. Check them out.
Into that realm.
The suspects had nicknames like Molly, Rock, and Drizzy.
Do you see the mockery they're making? The suspects had names like Mock, Raleigh, and Drizzy. What the fuck type of shit is that, man? You can't even have a straight up name. Gangsters back in the name had gangsters. They had gangster names. Shit, at least the nicknames was different. Bumpy Johnson, Alphonse Capone, Lucky Luciano. This nigga talking about Pookie, Rock, and Drag.
The U.S. attorney says all face conspiracy to distribute narcotics counts, and all were appearing in federal court in Newark this afternoon.
All of them. Drookie, Drock, Rang, Ray, Earl, Chicken Wings, and Pork Chops. That's the new names of our gangsters. Yo, that nigga Pork Chop on the block. Yo, Pork Chop out there. Yo, call Chicken Wing and see if he's seen Pork Chop. Yo, call Noodles and Peas. Noodles and Peas? What the fuck is Noodles and Peas? You know Noodles. Noodles from up there on Sterling. You don't know Noodles that be with Peas? Who the fuck is Peas? Noodles, they call him Noodles because he been crazy since special ed. And they call Peas Peas because you know he sell pounds of that reefer. I'm not calling nobody named Noodles. And I ain't got nobody name in my phone named Peas. This is why niggas is going to jail. How about a name like Clarence, Arthur, Elijah, Emmanuel, Clarence? Shit, Damon, everybody else is using the shit. Fuck is you name your name is Peas. Crookle bread, cornbread. Your name is Pickled Pig Feet. That's why you going to jail. See, let me explain something to you. Hit the like button for this one. You can tell how ignorant a person is by their nickname. Like me, they call me Big Dice. That's not too much to really go out like a scientist. I'm big in stature, 6'4", 295 pounds. My name is Dice. Grew up Big Dice. You see how they go together? That's normal. Who that is? Yeah, that's Big Dice. You know Big Dice? Yo, what up, boy? But if my name was Peanut Butter and Jelly, yo, you know that nigga Peanut Butter and Jelly? I don't look like no nigga named Peanut Butter and Jelly. I don't look like no nigga named Hot Sauce. I don't look like no nigga named Sardines. That's how the police is identifying the most ignorant people in the world. Now check this out. What's his name? His name is Clarence. You better pay attention to him. That Clarence, you better watch him. Clarence ain't got no motherfucking problem being called Clarence. See, a nigga that's like Ronnie off Raising Canaan. Ronnie was the most dangerous motherfucker on the goddamn show. Ronnie had a pair of old special ed Section 8 glasses. You know, that was Medicaid glasses Ronnie was wearing. But Ronnie will kill your goddamn ass too. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Miss Mimi said, he's ultra gay too. Laugh out loud at Super. Bad Bunny, I slapped the shit out of somebody. Yo, all jokes aside, you know I'm on some peaceful shit, right? Don't get it twisted. Don't forgive me. I slapped the shit out of somebody, Super. I wish a dude would walk up on me and be like, yo, Big Dice, this is my man right here called Bad Bunny. I'm going to slap the shit out of both of them. Yaga, yaga. Fuck away from me, man. Like, what makes you comfortable enough to bring a nigga around me called Bad Bunny? Like, seriously. What makes you comfortable enough to bring your man around me talking about your Big Dice? What up, boy? This is my man, Bad Bunny. I'm going to slap the shit out of you. I'm going to slap the shit out of Bad Bunny. And I'm going on my way. Yo, Sick, I see you in the building. Yo, Sick, how you feel about somebody named Bad Bunny? Some man named Bad Bunny. That don't sound right. That sound like a chick with a dick. Yo, who that is? Oh, that's that nigga Bad Bunny, but you know he's a... We don't do that. We don't do that. Yeah, you know something that always bugged me out? Right now in jail, there are so many cell phones that's running around. So many cell phones in jail. So many cell phones in these facilities. Number one, we trying to wonder, how the fuck are these cell phones getting up in there? Because you can't boof no cell phone. If you could put a cell phone up your asshole, respectfully, if you can put a cell phone up your asshole, excuse my language, something's wrong with you. Something is sincerely wrong with you. So number one, the only way these cell phones could be getting in is through the motherfucking correction officers. My man Six said, yo, who boofing dice? It ain't the inmates. Because number one, I'm about to show y'all a problem that they're having with these cell phones now in jail. Because the reason why they don't want you is, pay attention. You can have, somebody can buy you a cell phone. If that was the case, somebody could buy you a cell phone. You have commissary. You can get your own cell phone. The reason why they don't want you with cell phones is because they want to monitor everything that's said over your phone calls. Just like when you get your letters is coming to you open because they're going to read everything that's said to you. They're going to investigate everything. They're going to watch every piece of communication between you and the outside world. They're going to be very meticulous about that because in the eyes of the world, you are a criminal when you're incarcerated. When you're convicted of a crime, you are a criminal. So a lot of your privileges, like being able to go to the beach when you want to, like just sitting outside, walking the dog, just getting a fresh breeze, talking on a cell phone, those privileges are taken away from you and they are monitored. The freedom of speech, all that shit goes out the window because everything that is said in jail, who knows? You could be calling somebody about breaking out of jail. You could be calling somebody about inciting a riot or coming up in it. So this is what's going on. But how come there are so many jails that are overcrowded with cell phones? Can anybody answer that question? Can anybody answer that question? Why are there so many cell phones in the penitentiaries now across the world? Hey, Post, I see you in the building, girl. Why are there so many cell phones in the penitentiary if they're illegal? Shit, shout out to my man Flex. My man Flex was supposed to come home September the 7th. They found out that he had a cell phone. That shit got him an additional 18 months. They found out the week before he was supposed to come home to the camp just now that just passed away. Somebody hating on him say, yo, he had a cell phone or two. And they gave him an additional 18 months just for the cell phone. You know what I'm saying? Just for the cell phone. Just like Ms. Mimi said, they don't want you on no cell phone. They want you on communications that are given to you by the government so they can pay attention and listen, monitor you, and hear you. And hear you. She said, how would we know about a cell phone situation if we ain't in jail? Because they always calling us from jail. You almost got 10 seconds for that, but I gave you a pass. You almost got 10 for that. But I gave you a pass because I'm in a good mood. It's Friday. And another reason why, quote unquote, they want to make sure what you're saying on these phones is because they don't want nobody to commit no crimes. Check this young lady out right here. Check her out. Fair YouTube usage. She don't give a fuck about none of that shit. She said she with the shits. She with the shits.
These three people have all been convicted in a murder for hire plot. Prosecutors say a key part of the plot was a cell phone that was smuggled into prison.
This makes a mockery of our criminal justice system, that we catch you, we incarcerate you, yet still you offend from inside a prison.
Wait till y'all hear the reason why they can't do nothing about the overwhelming cell phone epidemic in jail. Smash that like button, man.
With cell phones. This is an issue that Channel 9 has investigated for years. Officials say current laws limit what they can do about this. Our South Carolina reporter Tina Terry is live now in Fort Mill to walk us through this case. Tina?
Yeah, Erica, this cell phone issue nearly cost a local mother her life. Fort Mill police say that a hitman forced his way inside of her house and tried to kill her. Now, we are told by investigators that this was all orchestrated by a state prisoner who used a cell phone to set up the hit. That woman and her baby were inside their home at this Fort Mill apartment complex in 2021. Investigators say.
Ladies, let me tell y'all something. If y'all see a nigga like this outside on your camera, if you see a nigga like this in your neighborhood, if you don't have a gun, get the police. Call the police. This nigga look crazy. See his eye right here? And anybody that got a Herman Munster hairline, you see how his hair up there at the top, that Herman Munster shit? Anybody that still got an Eddie Munster is going to do something to you. Ladies, if you see a nigga like this in your neighborhood, this nigga don't got on no he ain't got on no Vaseline. He ain't got on no Blistex. He just looks like a dangerous man. Let's go.
House and tried to kill her. Now, we are told by investigators that this was all orchestrated by a state prisoner who used his cell phone to set up the hit. That woman and her baby were inside their home at this Fort Mill apartment complex in 2021. Investigators say this man, Jerry Kennard, tricked her into opening the door.
He had managed to steal some mail from her mailbox, came over in the guise of saying that, I received your mail, and it's not mine. It has your address. I want to get this mail back to you. And at the time that occurred, then she opened the door and he made his way in.
This is educational purposes for some people that may be naive to the fact to understand certain things. If somebody comes to your goddamn house talking about, yo, I got some mail for you, tell them to leave that shit on the fucking floor. Matter of fact, push it under the door. Matter of fact, when somebody ring your bell, go to the door with your gun in your hand. Don't even open the door. Go to the door with your gun in your hand, with one in the head, aimed right at the door. The minute they say some stupid shit like, yo, check this out, yo, Big Dice, can I tell you something? Yo, what up? I got some mail for you. Yo, leave that shit right there on the floor, son. Yo, open, I wanted, boom! Fuck you mean open the goddamn door you wanted to give it to me. I just told your silly ass to leave it up on the damn floor.
Prosecutors say Kennard was a hitman hired indirectly by this woman, Amaya Givens. They say Givens was jealous of the victim and used her contacts to get to this man, Preston Hicks, a South Carolina prisoner. And they say Hicks used an illegal cell phone from behind bars to put out the hit.
She was a strong woman, and she maintained her presence of mind throughout that incident. She didn't panic.
Solicitor for York County, Kevin Brackett, says Kennard assaulted the victim, but that she managed to get out of the apartment with her baby.
A couple of things went on in here.
Robert Munn lived nearby when it happened. He says it's a shame someone could arrange this from prison.
They don't need to be talking on no cell phone, making it easy on them.
Brackett says the problem could be solved by jamming cell phone signals, but a federal law prevents government from interfering with radio signals.
It's very serious, and it's very easily solved. The law that prevents prisons.
Yo, you heard that man? He said, God damn it, they don't need to be in there dealing with no goddamn. You can tell one of them racist people. They mean, God damn it, they don't need to be on any goddamn cell phone. This man right here kill you. You see this dog he got? Don't play with nobody that got a little dog like this. They'll kill you.
Munn lived nearby when it happened. He says it's a shame someone could arrange this from prison.
They don't need to be talking on no cell phone, making it easy on them.
Brackett says,
now, I'm from the South. You hear somebody talking like that? That's what you call a redneck. No offense to nobody. God damn it, they don't need to be talking to no goddamn body. What they need to be doing is picking potatoes in goddamn jail. They're goddamn inmate.
Is it?
They don't need to be talking on no cell phone, making it easy on them.
Brackett says the problem could be solved by jamming cell phone signals, but a federal law prevents government from interfering with radio signals.
It's very serious, and it's very easily solved. The law that prevents prisons from jamming cell phone signals dates back to 1934. There were no cell phones back in 1934.
And today, a state senator told me that House Bill 4002 has passed both chambers and could be ratified this week.
He just said something that made a lot of sense. Pay attention.
It's very serious, and it's very easily solved. The law that prevents prisons from jamming cell phone signals dates back to 1934. There were no.
Like he said, that's a simple fix right there. Revise the law. go into the legislative Congress and the Senate and put up the case that cell phones are the reasons why certain people are still getting assaulted. Certain people are committing more criminal acts now with the accessment of a cell phone when they're supposed to be incarcerated. That's all they got to do. Number one, a law from 1934 talking about jamming signals has nothing to do with 2024 because, like he said, in 1934, there were no such things as cell phones. Now that we have cell phones, this should have been went into play. This law should have been passed. People getting hurt, people getting hitmans for hire from jail. Come on now.
No cell phones back in 1934.
And today, a state senator told me that House Bill 4002 has passed both chambers and could be ratified this week. It would up the penalties for prisoners who use cell phones and those who smuggle them in. It would also allow new technology to try to stop those calls. Now, Solicitor Brackett says that the best solution is jamming those cell phone signals, but he says that would take a literal act of Congress. Now, all of the suspects charged in that crime we told you about have been convicted, and they are now in prison themselves. Reporting live in Fort Mill, Tina Terry, Channel 9.
How y'all feel about that? That make any sense? Update the law, revise the law, just like they're revising the law, ironically, after all these years. Shit, the motherfucking law about marijuana being Schedule 1, that was in the 30s and the 40s too. Ain't the damn shame? Now it takes all this time, 20s, 30s, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 2. This is crazy, man. You wait 100 years to say, yo, you know what? We done sent people away too goddamn long over that marijuana bill. And Bill, you know how you like to roll yourself up a goddamn joint. We can't keep doing this to them damn people. It got to be the correction officers. You see what Mount Vernon said? I would never be a correction officer. I ain't going to front. I took a test for correction officers when I was down here. You got to go through the COVT, the correction officers video test. That was about 2.5, 3 hours. I aced that shit. But when I got to the motherfucking face-to-face interview, this is the reason why I was not hired. See, I didn't pay attention to it at first, but it was the most high because I was not supposed to be a correction officer. Because at that particular time, corrections officers down here was getting paid every 2 weeks. I just moved from New York. Fuck it, I'm going to start my whole life over. I'm going to be the great citizen. But don't y'all know that everybody that works for the state down here, they get paid once a month. So say, for instance, if you was to get a corrections officer job today, right? You know, you got to wait 2 months before you get paid. You got to work a month in the hole before you can get paid. That's crazy. But the reason why they told me that, they said, don't call us, we'll call you. I never forget it like it was yesterday. They said, well, if you knew that inmates, if you knew the security guards was smuggling in drugs, would you tell? I said, hell no, I ain't no fucking snitch. What I was supposed to say is, yes, that I would inform my superior due to the fact of that type of illegal action could endanger myself, other correction officers, and inmates. That's what I was supposed to say. I ain't say that shit. I said, hell no. And then the lady asked me with such the nicest voice. She said, so Mr. McLeod, why wouldn't you tell him? I said, because I ain't no snitch. I ain't no rat. I wasn't raised like that. I'm from Utica Avenue. She was like, you know what? We appreciate you for coming in today. Thank you for your time. And they said, we're going to go over a couple of more applications. And then we'll be calling you back within the week to let you know our decision. Man, them niggas done left a message on the phone before I got home. Yo, check this out, Mr. McLeod. Right now, we don't think that you would be a good fit for the Corrections Officers Association. I bust out laughing. You right, Mimi. That shit ended right there. My cousin, he the one that got me the motherfucking application because he a sheriff down here. Well, he a retired sheriff now. He said, yo, cuz, what happened? I said, I fucked up, cuz. He said, what happened? What you fail a correction officer test? He said, nah, I blew this. It's called the COVT, the correction officer's video test. I said, I blew that shit out the motherfucking water. You know I'm a nerd, cuz. He said, so what happened? Why you ain't, what you ain't make the interview on time? You was late? You got into an argument with one of the officers? I said, nah. He said, so nigga, tell me what happened, nigga. I said, they said to me, if I knew about correction officers bringing in illegal substances, would I alert my superior officers about this? And I told them no. He said, oh, come on, cuz. He said, tell me you ain't say that to him. I said, yeah, I told him. I said, and I told him because I ain't no rat. My cousin just left the crib. We was at my aunt's house for juke joint. When I told him that shit, he just looked at me so disgusted. He said, and just left. He looked at me like, brother, don't you know you're not supposed to put no bleach and no Clorox and no colored clothes? Miss Annette, how you doing, girl? I see you in the building. Let's go, Knicks. I know you celebrated last night. The Knicks won. Yo, Mount Vernon, you want to hear some funny shit? If they would have hired me, I wouldn't have gave a fuck about none of that shit. I could have seen a nigga bringing a kilo of cocaine. I wouldn't have gave a fuck about none of that shit. You know why? Because I wasn't getting no dabs off that shit. I wasn't getting no points off the pack. So what the fuck am I worried about the shit for? Now, if the nigga would have been like, yo, I got a half a key of cocaine. You want like 2 or 3 ounces? I'd have been like, yeah. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I ain't even gonna sit here and cap to y'all. Motherfucker, if I was a goddamn correction officer, one of my partners was like, yo, I just caught a motherfucking half a key or something like that. Yo, I can give you a couple of ounces. You want them shits diced? Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a piece of shit. You know why I wasn't supposed to get that corrections officer job? Because if I'd have got him in that correction officer and been a CO and I'd have found the way to get some motherfucking money in there, my ass would have been in there pumping like I was on the block. What you said, you wanted 50? You wanted 50? Go to the back staircase, man. In the CO motherfucking uniform and all that, like I'm on the fucking block, y'all. That's a cold-blooded fact. I'd be like, what you want, a 50? Yo, check this out. You know I'm going to snatch that commissary. The minute that shit hits your commissary, I don't give a fuck about nothing. I want that shit sent to me. And don't send that shit to my direct cash app. I gave you the Stas cash app to send all that money to. Oh, what you want, a 50? Oh, till you get, you know that's going to cost you 70, right? I'd have been in that motherfucker hustling like I was on Utica Avenue. I'd have been on there hustling like I was right here. This is really the corner of my block where I got it all at. This is where I started it all. This is the foundation of Utica Avenue where I started. This is the store right here, 188 Utica Avenue, 774-4520. The number is working right now. Go in there and ask Ham Hock, what's up with Big Dice? That's a fact. Mount Vernon said, Red Pill said, yo, that money different in there. You know I'd have been on that bread, Red. You know I'd have been on that bread. You know I'd have been niggas in your dice. You want 2 ounces? Hell yeah, I want 2 ounces. You talking about you got that booger sugar? Hell yeah, I need 2 ounces, nigga. 50s is like 0.2s, 0.3s. Hell yeah. 350 a fucking gram? Hell yeah. Mount Vernon said, if I ever was a cop, I'd have been fired within a year. I'd be stealing whatever wasn't nailed down. Facts of life. Utica and St. John's, baby. All day. I'd have been up there buying the motherfucking pyramid papers right up there when motherfucking Tony and them had the store. Yo, let me get a pack of them pyramid papers. $5, Dice. Let me get that. Let me get that. I'm going to tell y'all a story about something before I get out of here. My man Mount Vernon said this. I'm going to tell you a story about a young lady that used to be my girlfriend. I'm going to tell you a story. I can't make this shit up. I'm going to write the name in the chat right now if y'all want to Google this, because I can't make this shit up. This young lady right here used to be my girlfriend in high school. Her name was Salika Rose. That's her name right there. If y'all think I'm joking, y'all can Google this shit. You can do it right now on your phone. Type in SALLICA ROSE. And then behind it, before you press Google, Salika Rose, the police officer that was arrested for stealing counterfeit money. The sheriff that was arrested for stealing counterfeit money. See, that was God. I'm going to tell you this story before I get out of here. That's one of the reasons why my heart got broke early. Her name was Salika Rose. I thought that was who I was going to marry. I said, God damn it, I'm going to be with this one for the rest of my goddamn life. That's what you be thinking when you're 15 and 16 and all that bullshit. And she left me for an ugly nigga. Y'all ready for this? She left me for an ugly nigga that couldn't even spell Robert. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I gotta tell y'all the fucking truth. I was so in love with her. I thought we was gonna be the one. Her brothers was cool with me. Her mother was cool with me. Her sister, she had a sister named Ayanna. She was cool with me. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. She lived on Tompkins and Monroe. I'm telling. Her name is Salika Rose. Google this shit. Let me tell you what this motherfucker did to me. Let me tell you what she did to me. I'll tell you what she did to me. I'm so in love with her. Her family threw a cookout, a get-together, where they rented a bus. I can't make this shit up, y'all. She go, yo, you want to go with me and my family and them? Hell yeah, I want to go if I'm going to be with you. I done met the whole family. All the brothers, the cousins, the grandmother, the sisters, everybody that's anybody. This is Damon. See, that was before I was Dice. See, this is when I was just a naive nerd. Damon. This is Damon. They was calling me Dice, but I wasn't really ready with that Dice shit. I still was Damon. We go out there, we have a good time. We come back home. You know, we're in the hallway, we kissing, I'm humping and everything. I walk home, my fingers smelling like that beautiful Remember back in the days, we was fingering, walking home like this. I walked all the way from Tompkins to Utica and Prospect like this. Hey, Lady Blue, I see you in the building. Appreciate you. I'm walking home like this. You remember back in the days, fellas, when we wasn't fucking, we just wanted to, what? This is just a smell of something beautiful. See, I don't know what the fuck you be dealing with, Super. That's why I be giving you these timeouts. I ain't never been around no pussy smelling like no goddamn sea salt. See, that's why you be going through what you going through. I'm going to get you some help, Super. I got to find you a regular, decent woman because I ain't never smelt no sea salt pussy. And all the fellas in here, excuse me, women, excuse my language, if your pussy smell like sea salt, you need to go get your ass checked out. You need to go get your ass checked out. Yo, come on, Mimi. Talk to Super. That's your man. Come on, Mimi. Get him some goddamn help. What is you walking around fucking with women that pussy smell like sea salt? See, this would be fucking my nerves up right now. This would be Yo, El Plaga, I see you in the building. Thank you, brother, for pulling up in the building. Because this nigga Super gonna give me a nervous goddamn breakdown, yo. This nigga gonna give me a nervous fucking breakdown. Yo, El Plaga, you ever been when you was younger, we was out there fingering, smelling that, walking home smelling like that? You ever smell something that smelled like sea salt? That nigga just fucked my goddamn stomach up, y'all. You don't fuck with nobody that's pussy, vagina smells like sea salt. And ladies, y'all better not be fucking with no nigga that cock smell like no goddamn sea salt. This nigga talking about, nah, Dice, it's not a bad thing. That's another 10 seconds for you. That's another 10 seconds for you. That's another 10 seconds for you. Yes, it is. Because if you don't think sea salt smelling pussy is a bad thing, we got to get you some goddamn help. We got to get you some goddamn help. Ain't no sea salt supposed to be smelling on no vagina. That's that stinky winky. See me, I'm grimy. Shit, y'all don't know who I am. Y'all don't know who I am. You don't know who I am. Let me tell you something. In my time, I don't give a fuck. Y'all can get mad at me. Y'all ain't got to fuck with me. I am grimy. If a woman would come to my, back in the days when we was younger, chick cut school with you and come to the crib. If I can smell your ass before you take them clothes off, I don't want you around me. No, I don't want you around me. If I smell some sea salt coming through your goddamn tights, you're getting the fuck out of my house. To all you niggas running around and you got somebody that smell like sea salt, take that motherfucker to the hospital. I hope you ain't got no kids with her. I hope you don't got no kids with no woman that's smelling like no sea salt pussy. That shit done fuck my stomach up. Sea salt pussy. See, now I'm thinking about when my pops used to take me fishing. Rest in peace to my pops, man. He used to take me fishing, y'all. And when we used to go to Cross Bay Boulevard and cast off right there from the ground, there used to be a bait shop. The bait shop was next to a McDonald's, and they had like a little water that separated from the pier to the bait shop, and that smelled like sea salt. And I don't like the way no sea salt smell. You see what Lady Blue said? That's a woman. She said, no nigga want no woman smelling like no wolf pussy. Yo, Super, we got to talk, man. Yo, Super, we got to talk. You done fucked my stomach up. You done fucked my stomach up. I got some steak I cooked from last night with some white rice, some cream of corn, some cream of mushroom. I made some steak last night with some cream of mushroom and some white rice. And I'm saying to myself, when I get ready to end this live, I'm going to heat some of that steak up with some cream of corn and some white rice and a glass of orange Kool-Aid. Now, I don't even want the steak because for some reason, you got me smelling sea salt pussy. Yo, Big Ike, I see you in the building. Yo, Ike, we over here trying to get my man Super right. Yo, Ike, can I ask you a question? You just pulled up in the building, beloved. I ain't seen you in a couple of minutes, so we got to ask you this question. Yo, Ike, would you be running around with a woman that smell like sea salt pussy? If a pussy smell like sea salt? Don't fuck with that sea salt pussy, y'all. No, don't, because if she got that sea salt pussy, she might fuck around and some shit come up out of her looking like SpongeBob SquarePants. My man Ike said, hell no. See, back in the days, we used to do that fingering shit. Well, my finger used to smell like a little sweet, musky blueberry. I can smell a little sweet, musky blueberry just. This is an aroma that I've never smelt before. It smells like a Swedish blueberry with a. You call on the phone and be like, your pussy smell like a sweet blueberry, right? Dice, stop playing. You so crazy. I told you leave me alone. Told you leave me alone. Had that shit running down my leg. Your pussy smell like some good blueberries, right? Shout out to the women that got that good blueberry smelling pussy. Respectfully. If your pussy smell like fruit, if you smell anything like some kiwi, some strawberries, some grapefruit, some grapes, some apples, some oranges, Big Dice loves you. Big Dice loves you. Big Dice loves you. And I'm here to tell you that you're special. You know why I'm here to tell you that you're special? Because my man, Super, just told me that it's women smelling like sea salt pussy. And I'm telling you women right now, if the nigga's cock smells like sea salt, don't fuck with him. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm used to that blueberry smell with a little bit of sweat. A little blueberry sweat smell, like, you put the bag over your hand and wash your hand. You don't want to get that smell off your hand. Your mother like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Mind your business, ma. You come out the shower, you dry off with one hand and everything. Then when you go to sleep, you take your hand out that plastic bag and go to sleep like this. Or you call her before she go to sleep. You be on the phone with her going, yo, you know I'm sitting here smelling your pussy, right? Dice, what you talking about? Man, you know, when we was in the hallway and I was playing in that thing, I ain't even washed my hand. I came home, took me a shower and everything. I ain't even hugged mama. Boy, you crazy. I ain't even hugged my mama, girl. You don't see how I'm talking right now? My nose is up. My fingers is covering my nose right now because I'm remembering how you smell, girl. Make me sweat, make me holler, make me feel brand new, make me water. Word up. That's a cold blood. Make me sweat, make me holler, make me feel brand new, make me water. I need that water. Remember back in the days, y'all niggas be like, yo, she got that water. Y'all know, yo, she got that water. I ain't never heard nobody say nothing about, yo, Dice, you know she got that sea salt, right? See, when I hear the word sea salt, I think about pelicans and seagulls and shit like that. And fish and the way it smells at the beach. Yo, all jokes aside, Super, the next time you meet one with some sea salt pussy, I want to interview her. I want you to be like, yo, Big Dice, I got shorty with that sea salt. What? Remember you telling me you say you want to talk to a chick that got that sea salt pussy? You got a chick over there right now that smell like sea salt? Nigga, she bought a seagull with her and everything. The bird is on my goddamn fire escape right now, Big Dice. Motherfucker smells so much like sea salt, birds be following her from the goddamn beach. I ain't fucking with y'all no more tonight, man. I'm going live later on. Super done fucked my stomach up. I ain't even fucking with Super tonight. Super's getting 10 seconds the minute he comes to the live later on. So make sure y'all set your bell notification because we are doing a Friday night sip. All holes bars. Fuck it. Open panel. We can talk about some sea salt pussy. I don't want to talk about no, I don't want to talk about no sea salt pussy later on. Because right now that shit is fucking up my lunch. But I do appreciate y'all for pulling up today. You know why? You are now rocking with the best. But don't be fucking with nothing that smell like sea salt. Yo, Super, we gotta talk. Peace.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?